One of the other chairs. Somebody's sitting here. Somebody's sitting here.
No, when I moved, it wasn't ready December.
Hi. Okay. Okay, so that's one. Maybe.
I'm trying to avoid being.
Oh, yes, please. I just told her nobody. Okay. It's as simple as it is. Did you meet my friend, my sister? No, she's my Icelandic sister.
Hi, nice to meet you. How are you? I think you got the card from her also.
She's coming.
She's been working hard.
No, she was with us yesterday and we were even she was at our table yesterday in the morning.
I was here yesterday.
Yes, which where?
Okay, somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yes.
Our room at the back shows
Hello.
Yeah, we were together yesterday as well. I know that.
We were put together in Facebook and we said that I think you guys should be. And then we met in August. And since that we have been
So it started.
It goes like that.
That's the thing.
That is the thing is how it goes and it should go.
Yeah.
Because you know the relationships, the other ones that you guys should say you want the other such a happen. They are made into relationships because we have other with them and we have stories. These relationships because they are spouse relationships. They don't made sometimes they don't find each other. You don't have any current with each other. You're on the same level. It is on this particular picture. You don't need a
There's no
sister, marriage, mother. You don't owe anything to each other. You don't have a carnal something, but you know something.
That's so much fun. It's just fun. Okay.
How we find it wrong, how we bang into each other every time and responsibility. There are 2,000 people, but there's a handful that just keep on banging everywhere you go.
Very true.
And there will be some that come in 16, whether they are not. Exactly. So it's on the same table. So we have yes, energy, battery, energy.
See? Yes. So why are there so many chairs there?
I don't know.
Well,
You are. Baby. Yes. The baby. Oh. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. and welcome you all to a very lovely session, which I'm sure you all are looking forward to.
Yes.
And the topic is be the best you can. And yes, we all want to be the best we can.
Yes.
And to take this lovely
broadcast
session
it.
and podcast,
Very important.
very important. So we have here with us Dr. Marissa Pei. She's from California and also is part of the CNBC. Right? So we will have her speak now, and I'm sure we'll be the best we can.
Thank you.
Yay!
Woo! Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let's try that again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So blessed to be here. Hold on, we got to do this officially.
Ma'am, no.
No. Okay. So the first thing I'd like to do, since I'm spending the afternoon with you, we're going to be here until 8 o'clock. I'm just an hour. So what I'd like to do is we're going to go around the room, and I want you to say a one-word adjective that best describes who you are.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Best one-word adjective that best describes who you are, and then we'll come back full circle with some introductions. But on the count of 3, point to the person in the room that you would like to have start. 1, 2, 3, start. And who got the most fingers? All right, so your name is? And what's the one-word adjective that best describes you?
Workaholic.
Workaholic. Oh, you're in the right place. And you are? Shamina. And your one-word adjective?
Evolving.
Evolving. Very nice. Let's see how far this goes. What's your name?
Into.
And the one word?
I think I'm beautiful.
Yes.
Yay.
We like that. We like that. And you are?
I'm Sylvia, and I am most powerful.
Ooh, most powerful. No, we're not here for self-confidence.
My name is Amy, and I am Gemini. That is the twin. That is the double personality.
Okay,
and this and that.
Okay.
And this and that. Everything.
I'm fast and I'm fun.
Like that.
I'm Pooja, and I'm creative.
Welcome.
Hi everyone, I'm Priscilla, and I am a go-getter.
That's technically 2 words, but we'll let it go.
With a hyphen.
Hi, I'm G and I'm loving.
Nice. Standing room only. I told you, standing room only. There's a chair there. Go ahead and pull some other chairs over there. Told you it was good.
Welcome back, Slobowani.
There's chairs right here. Go ahead and take those chairs off the front and move them to a table. Beautiful.
Yeah, they're
Yay.
all of them.
All right. Where are we?
I'm Danielle, and I'm Barbara.
One-word adjective and your name that you're using today.
Brenda, enthusiastic.
Yay. Sorry.
You're gonna have to go for
Yeah.
I am Pauline, and I'm magical.
Okay, I'm Efrat, and I'm the only one who knows Marissa for over 20 years. She's going to be saying what adjectives, how would you describe me? Please, darling. Oh, we've known each other.
Multifaceted.
Okay.
2 words.
That's 2 words. Okay, the name of my show is Take My Advice. I'm not using it.
I love it.
So I'm allowed to do and say anything. Okay. I can't bring it over this far, so you're going to have to come up.
I'm Daniel. I'm empowering.
And he's also the token male in here. Oh, we've got another one. Come on in, come on in. Plenty of room, plenty of room. There's one right there. I'm Lauren, and I'm unapologetic. Nice.
I'm Smita, and I'm wise.
Beautiful.
Boyana, creative.
Bionic creative.
So powerful.
Sonia, powerful.
Andrea, inspiring.
Beautiful.
You can use it.
The name that you're using today, and then a one-word adjective that best describes who you are.
Collaborative.
Your name? Sonia. Collaborative. And your name is?
Marika.
And one-word adjective that best describes who you are, not late.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Energetic.
Beautiful. Well, have a seat right over there. You can take that seat. Or you can pull one from the top. All right, who did I miss?
Over here. Yourself.
Okay. Be careful, be careful.
This entire table.
All right, here we go.
One word that describes my state now is
Allow it. Beautiful.
I'm Ritika, and one word that describes me is love.
I am Rita, I'm Shamani.
I am Katri Olina, and I am inspired.
Beautiful.
I'm Nick, and I'm open-minded.
I'm Yana and I'm hyperactive.
It's a good thing you're in the All right. My name's Dr. Marissa, and I'm energetic. Yes? Everyone raise their right hand. Over, pat yourself on the back for a job well done on your first exercise. You are here with Dr. Marissa. They do call me the Asian Oprah. I was introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah, and she did not kill me or stick her lawyers on me, which is good. She actually just complimented my pants. But I am very, very happy to be here. I'm hailing from California, and originally my country of heritage is China with a dash of Mongolian. And then I was born in Canada, in Kitchener-Waterloo, but I've been in California now for a long time. But I'm ageless, so don't ask me how old I am, because I will not tell you. And I use oil of Olay anyways. But what I'd like to do is see how many countries we have in this room, because this is the most beautiful thing about this conference, is the diversity in our heritages. And I have yet to be at a women's conference where there's so much love and a spirit of energetic collaboration that I've never felt in any other conference before. So, yell out your country. I'm going to try to keep track. If someone else already said your country, don't say it again, please. Ready? Go.
India.
Canada.
South Africa, India, Slovenia, Iceland, Israel, England, Canada, Woo! Netherlands, Switzerland, Finland, Israel, Zimbabwe, America, Uganda,
A temporary Malaysia.
Malaysia. Come on in. USA. That's 14 countries. So I'm going to teach you a little something in Chinese, because that's what I am. I know you thought I was Swedish. But to say thank you or an acknowledgement, I want you to take your right hand. Come on and have a seat over here. Come on in. Well, you can take this chair and you can be there. So this hand is normally the fighting hand in martial arts, in Tai Chi. So we close this hand to show that you come in peace. And then you hold the piece with your other hand and you bring it to your heart chakra and you bow a little and say, xie, 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 xie. And that's my Chinese namaste. So it's Mandarin for the divine in me honors the divine in you, Chinese style. Yes? Beautiful. Those of you who were in my class this morning, morning. If you're all invited every morning until Friday morning at 7:30. I know it's early. You can start the day with some balanced Tai Chi Gong, a moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. And it's a free class, so feel free to go by the pool. 7:30 every morning by the pool. All right? Wonderful. So, this is a workshop on being the best that you can be and broadcasting it. So let's break that apart. The first part is, are you the best that you can be? How many of you would say you are 100% the best that you can be? Good. You're in the right. If you raise your hand, I was going to say, there's the door. I don't know why you're here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is balance that, because this is the one thing. If there were more men in here, many of my men will say, I am. And this is the funny thing about gender difference, okay? And they've proven this, that more women have the self-critical gene than men do. Okay, so women think they are less attractive, not as smart, and fatter than they actually are. Most men, on the other hand, not all men, but most men think they are better looking, more buff, and have more hair than they actually do. Okay, so what we want to do here, the first tool for you in being the best that you can be, is I want you to have a guy day. Have a guy day. Pretend you're a guy. So when a woman, I want you to do this right now. Pick someone sitting close to you that you don't like. I'm just kidding. Just turn to the person beside you and pay each other a compliment. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, and then pay it back. Switch it so that you're paying it back. All right? Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Don't start talking now. All right, so. All right. How many of you felt uncomfortable when they complimented you? Okay, most women will feel a little bit, they'll say, someone will compliment their hair, and they'll say, oh, I didn't wash it today. Or, I like your dress, and they'll say, oh, I got it for $2, right? Or. So I want you to practice from this point on to just say thank you. When someone compliments you, just say thank you. Yes? Will you swear? Right arm, right hand up. I swear from this point forward that I will not throw back a compliment. Okay, so that means when someone compliments you, you do not roll your eyeballs. Okay? You just say thank you. With a smile. Let's try it. Turn to the person and just say thank you. In the eye. In the eye. Thank you. In the eye. Beautiful. Come on up. More chairs here. Lots of chairs. Come on up. Come on up. All right. So, the other thing that I'd like you to do, especially as women, is I'd like you to begin to compliment other women in public. Okay, this is a strategy that men do all the time, that women, it's not as easy for whatever reason. Okay, so I want you to practice.
Marissa, you look rather sexy today.
Thank you. She wins. Ding, ding, ding. She gets a prize.
I do.
Okay. So reach in here. This is these are my motivational cards. They're all different, and she's picking one out.
Whoa!
Okay, and it says, if I look like you, I'd be miserable too. They're all Marissa-isms, but there's a lesson to it. So what does it say after that? Say, what does it say after that?
It says, as easy as it is to be quick to anger, know this. Dr. Deepak Chopra writes that medical research has validated that there are two emotions that disrupt the harmonious function of our cells, anger and hostility. On the other hand, there are three emotions that encourage our bodies to sing in perfect harmony inside, and that is love, peace, and creativity. You choose.
Thank you. 谢谢.
Paparazzi everywhere.
So what I'd like you to do is do something like that. All right? So right now, and throughout this next, before the end of the session, I want you to get comfortable with standing up and saying, did you know that so-and-so and so-and-so? So, did you know that a Feniger is a single mom to 3 beautiful girls?
Wow.
Okay? So all by herself. Never had a man, didn't need a man. No, we're not going there. But this is a strategy in the communication of what we do. You can be really good at what you do. Really, really good. But if you can't communicate it in a way that people know about it, are not turned off by it, okay, there's a very fine line in there. I know I cross it a lot, okay, and the trick is to feel okay with saying, hi, I'm Dr. Marissa. I have a weekly talk radio show on CNBC News Radio and iHeartRadio. It's about hope and happiness. I hope you tune in. How long did that take? Yeah, less than 30 seconds. So, I'll let you practice with a partner. I want you to talk to your partner and say the same thing. Grab their hand, look them in the eye, and say, hi, I am, and then give me the 20-second elevator speech of what you do, okay? And if the person that you're talking to is glazing over with their eyes or falling asleep, you might want to try something else, okay? That's the part of the branding. Ready? Turn to your partner. All right. That was it. That was it in timing. If it takes you longer than that, to describe what you do, you've lost. Okay, those of you who are still having a date back there. Okay, can I have your attention? All right. So this is something again that is a gender difference. We tend to talk too much. We tend to tell too much. We tend to give all the details and all of the story, and we lose our audience. And if we're trying to get capital and raise capital for our business, if we're trying to promote what we do, if we're trying to explain what value we add, the last thing you need is to have an hour with the person. You have to get the hook. And the hook is, it's not manipulation. It is the very succinct communication of how you add value. So you see my dog? So I have a friend. She doesn't have an answering machine. She has a questioning machine. And when you call her, it says, who are you? And what do you want? Okay? So, who are you? And what do you want? Anybody want to try? Anybody want to be on the hot seat? Who are you? And what do you want? You want to try? This is good. So I want you to pick it. I want you to pick apart. I'm not backing away, but this is perfect. So this is what I want you to define in who you are. Did you hear her description of who she was? It was a relational definition. I am the wife of an ambassador. Okay? So be the best that you can be means I want to know who you are at the core of who you are. So get in a pair again. Okay, pick someone different. Pick someone you don't like. Okay, stand up, please. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Okay, I really need people to volunteer. It's only an hour. Quiet! Please! S'il vous plaît! Merci bien. Okay. 2 people. Everybody have 2 people. Yes? 2 people. One person is person A and one person is person B. Okay? The person who just said, you're person B, I'm person A, is the control freak in the pair. So person A is the prompter. So the person A is going to say, I am A. Person B will fill in the blank for themselves. I am A, okay, and then person B will say wife. Okay, get it? So I am a, yes. Oh, sorry, your arms are in the camera. So I am a, and then fill in the blank. And the person A keeps saying that over and over and over. Okay, so practice with me. Here's the sample. Here's the sample. She's gonna say, and then I say consultant. Radio show host. So you get it? So you're talking about yourself. You're not giving feedback to the other person. You're talking about yourself. Okay, ready? Go. I they say, I am. Don't say A. I am, and then person B fills in the blank. Okay? So you'll say, I am creative. Okay? That's about me. Okay? So she says, I am, and I fill in the blank. Me. Got it?
Got it.
Ready? Go.
So excited. Is that again? Come on. Okay. So now we say lovely. I am. I have to say what I am. I am creative.
We're switching last time. Everybody switching last time. Person B now says I am. Person A fills in the blank.
We got that.
Ready? Go.
I have to say something about it. I am. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Now you can return to your seat.
Oh, okay.
So, how was that as an exercise? Please.
Okay.
These Americans. Okay. So, how was that as an exercise? Any comments? Yes.
Oh, it's good for me because I found out I didn't have anything to say about myself.
Ah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. Okay. Talking about yourself. Figuring out who you are. Yes.
I loved it because, especially the second one, I wanted to know so much more about that person. And it made me feel like I could get to know that person really quickly.
Beautiful.
I liked it because when we started, we were actually using the same adjectives on ourselves. We were like mirrors, mirroring each other, and it was showing that okay, there are so many people like me.
Yes.
And
Yes. Sisterhood. Sisterhood. Cool. Cool. How many of you? Oh, please.
It's very liberating because most of the time we spend our energies being negative to ourselves. But you find that you actually feel very good when you are able to say something nice about yourself.
Stumble, you know, and you can't find an adjective for yourself.
That color looks fabulous on you.
Thank you.
Good. She took it. So, the first way of defining yourself. How many found the I am a easier? The I am a easier. How many found the I am easier? Okay. So usually, and this is a good news, it's changing. But usually in the past, the easier one is I am a, because most women define themselves in the role that they play for other people. So it's a relational definition. I am a wife, I am a mother, I'm a teacher, so it's what I do for you, okay? Which keeps us on that hamster wheel, right? And the more roles you have, and if you're a recovering perfectionist like me, we're trying to be perfect in every single role, and then we get exhausted. Yes?
Yes.
So, solution. The second way of describing who I am is called the core of who I am. The core of who I am. So take a piece of paper out and draw a circle. This is the core of who I am. And I want you to split the circle into probably like 16 to 20 little pie pieces. Okay? There's paper on the tables. Make a circle, okay? And then put lines through the circle like a pie. Or like the wheel, the spokes on the wheel. Okay? Then I want you to begin to fill out those pieces of pie that describe who you are. So yell out some of the things that you know you are. Creative.
Sensitive.
Passionate. Sensitive.
Energetic.
Compassionate. Loving. Beautiful.
Sexy.
Kind. Sexy.
Attractive.
Hyper.
Hyper. Joyful. Fun-filled.
Light.
Crazy.
Awesome.
Look cool. Awesome. Creative.
Organized.
Organized.
Intelligent.
Observant. Curious. Yeah. Judgmental. Impatient. Critical.
Talented.
Okay. Inspiring. So just fill in. Okay. Now this is homework or home play. I'm not going to ask you to do all of it because I want to just start it off so that you can do it at home. But this is the answer to who you are. And why is it important to know who you are? A couple reasons. Number one, when you know who you are and shift happens, right? So one day you yell and scream at your kids and you feel really bad, right? If you define yourself as the perfect mom, you just dropped off and you're not a perfect mom, and then you're scrambling to get back to that, yes? But if you know that you're nurturing in the core of who you are, then no one's perfect and you have one blip, it's okay. Because I know in my heart that I am a nurturing person, right? Not 100% of the time, but 88% of the time. Because we're not perfect, okay? So for those of you, how many of you are recovering perfectionists? You should all have your freaking hand up. Because you're at a women's conference in New Delhi. Okay? So perfectionism is a trap. Yes, I just had an article written about me. If you go to Inc. magazine and you Google Dr. Marissa Pei or Steve Barber, so it's perfectionism, the dis-ease of perfectionism. Now this is something we think is good, right? The perfectionism helps me be excellent. That's bull. Perfectionism will keep you unfulfilled because nothing is ever good enough, no matter what. In fact, Fortune magazine did a study. The two things that keep you from success or leadership effectiveness, two things. One, perfectionism. Two, taking things too personally. Okay? Somebody said sensitive. So if you're a person who knows that you're sensitive and you hate the fact that you're sensitive and everybody always tells you, don't be so sensitive, I'm going to give you some good news. Highly sensitive people are highly creative. Okay? So it's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. However, the downside of highly sensitive people is they tend to go to MSU University. Make shiitake up. Okay? You make assumptions, it's all in your head, it's not true, but you create this elaborate story about how someone has a problem with you just because they didn't smile at you. That's MSU University. Okay? I go to graduate school in that. I make assumptions all the time. Drop out. Good book to read, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Okay? That's the second assumption. Don't take things too personally. He's been on my show a couple of times. Brilliant, brilliant book, The Four Agreements. Okay. So the number one reason why you want to know who you are is so that when shiitake happens, you're not thrown out. you just ground, you take the breath, in through the nose, out. Practice with me, in through the nose, and release. In through the nose, release. One more time, connect with me through chi, internal energy, and release. How do you feel?
Very nice, like
Balanced, centered, light, reconnected. That's the easiest balance tool I'll give you. Okay? You can do that anytime and get back to that center. Okay? Get out of here, into here, take that breath. The second reason why it's important to know who you are is you notice you're all like really good positive, and I had to throw in some of the negative, right? So on my wheel, I have 18 different definitions, and then I have 4 definitions. Come on in. There's a couple seats right here. I had 4 definitions: critical, judgmental, impatient, prejudice. When I figured out that those 4 things were the exact same things I hated about my mother, I wanted to kill myself. Because I swore I would never be like my mother. So, if any of you have mother issues, there's only 2 times you do not have mother issues: when you're born and when you die. And if it's not one thing, it's your mother. That's just the way it is. If you had a brilliant childhood and your mother's all loving, good for you, you're one of 3 out of 10. Okay? 7 out of 10 of us grow up in dysfunctional homes. That's that worldwide. Oprah says it's 8. Okay? So if you feel like you got damaged in your youth and there's no way to overcome that, I will be the first to tell you that's not true. Okay? I myself was beaten to the point of being in a hospital as a child. My mother was sent away to a mental institution for a little while. Okay? I was told at 18 by my father, who thought I should know. And that I knew there was, I felt the abuse, but I never understood it until my father died of lymphoma. And my mother opened up, and I asked her, why was it that you were always angry with me and hitting me? And she said, when I was young, my mother would hit me, and I'd never know why I was getting hit. So I promised myself that when I had a daughter, she would know why she was getting hit. That in her mind, that was an improvement. And I know for any of you who've had that experience, you do not need 20 years of therapy. You can work with me in one day at the beach to release, and I would strongly, you don't need to work with me, work with someone to leave the past behind. But you have to process the past. You have to feel it fully and then leave it behind. But the point of this is that I had to come to peace with the fact that I have qualities about myself that are like my mother. And it's okay, because she's my genetic and my primary role model. So of course I'm going to have qualities. But most of my qualities are positive. I have a little bit of humanity in the imperfection, and it's okay. So yes, I am more impatient than I'd like to be. Yes, I'm more judgmental than I'd like to be. But I'm better than my mom. That's all of our jobs, is just to do just a little better than our parents. That's it. That's our job, just to do a little bit better. We keep improving. We keep improving. I know my daughters are going to be better than me, because they don't want to be anything like me. That's negative motivation. But anyway, okay, so those are the 2 reasons. Does that make sense? Yes. So please go home and fall in love with who you are. Fall in love with the beauty that you are. You are all beautiful. I'd like you to turn to the person next to you in the eye, look at them, and I will repeat after me. So grab somebody. Grab somebody. Look at them in the eye. Ready? Are you ready? Okay. You are
loving, lovable, and loved. You are wrapped in a warm blanket of worthiness. You are good enough. And hug. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes, take a breath. I want you to capture this moment of beauty, warmth, love, joy, and peace, and make it a Kodak moment internally in your heart. Take a breath. Do you feel the warmth? Okay, release the breath and let that warmth just settle inside your heart. You see it? What color is it? Pink, red, gold, whatever color it is. Do you see it? Okay, I want you to see it in the shape of a shell. It's a beautiful shell. Okay, the warmth, the love, the peace, the joy, the harmony you just felt. Okay, even if that little voice said, they're lying, they don't know me. Okay, I want you to just take the part that resonated and take it and put it in your heart. There's a little treasure chest in your heart. Open it up, put that shell in there, close it. It is yours forever. Forever. Take a breath. And release. Gently open your eyes. That's my gift to you. So, you feel it, huh? Yeah. So when we practice now, I also want you to stop with the critical talk. Now, all of us, so you heard that saying when you were young, if you talk to yourself, you're crazy, right? Or if you hear voices, you're crazy. I'm here to tell you that if you do not talk to the voices in your head, you will go crazy. Okay? Everyone has a couple of characters in their head. So, being the best that we can be, identify the voices in your head. So, the first voice that I have in my head that drives me crazy is the critic. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have done that. You should have said this. You shouldn't have said that. You should do this. Don't you know? Why didn't you? You're so stupid. How could you? How many of you have that voice? Thank you very much. Okay? Now, I want you to name that voice because we have to be aware and acknowledge and tell her or him, I heard you. Because if you don't acknowledge, they will keep talking. So they just want to be heard. Yes? So, name your critic. My critic's name is Rose. Guess whose name was Rose? My mama. I don't need my mother to criticize me anymore. I have internalized her. She called me fat, ugly, and clumsy until I was 17, and then I went and modeled to prove her wrong, but I still have that voice that I have to acknowledge and say, thank you very much. That's not true. I appreciate that you're doing something because you think it's going to help me, but I'm okay now. I'm taking care of myself, and I know I'm not perfect, and I could lose some weight, but I am doing the best that I can. Have a seat in the passenger side. You've got to be tired. You've been yakking at me full time. No vacations. Have a seat.
Take a holiday.
Take a holiday. Take a break. Take a load off. So the voice that I just spoke with is balanced, centered. Dr. Marissa. That's who's talking. That's who I'm growing and strengthening
to take over my life so I can be the best that I can be. Okay? So balance-centered you is your name. You never changed balance-centered you. So it's balance-centered the front, balance-centered Denise. So that's your balance-centered self. So say hello to your balance-centered self.
Hello.
And then say hello to your critic. Name your critic.
Hi.
What's their name? What's your critic's name?
My dad.
What's his name? Espison. Okay, so thank you. Espison. Yes? Have a seat. Okay, any other critic names? Nobody's? Oh, I forgot to do something. This is Vegas in here. Everything that's said in here stays in here. Right? You do not go out and say, oh my God, you're not going to believe what happened in the session. Okay? So look at each other in the eye and say, I agree to keep everything here said in here. Yes? Okay? You agree? Look at the people in the eye? Okay. So yell out your critic's name. Give me some names. Yes? Icky Picky. It can be your mom, your teacher, your brother, your uncle, your grandfather, whoever was the critic in your life. Okay? Everybody have their name? Everybody have their critic's name? Okay? Write it down. Yes?
What if you are your worst critic?
Yes. Yes.
Is your name the
Yes. That's your perfectionist. Okay? So if you're a person that says, no one's harder on me than I am, I'll never be as hard on you as I am on me. Okay? Do yourself a favor and just stop it. Okay? This is not a martyrdom. This is not, it's not helping anything. So you say that to your perfectionist, thank you very much. I've done enough.
Thank you for sharing.
Okay? So give it a nickname. Give her a nickname. So I actually had a caller on the show who said exactly the same thing. And I said, well, just call her Luella. And she goes, oh my God, Luella was the name of my perfect aunt. I have no idea. And that's not a very popular name. So, okay. So the next cast of characters is the brat. The stronger your critic is, the stronger your brat is. So this is the brat. My brat's name is Agnes. Agnes says, so the critic will say, don't eat that. And the brat will say, you're not the boss of me. I'll eat that if I want to eat that. I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like being nice. I don't feel like doing whatever it is that you want me to do. That's the brat. Okay? So the more of a perfectionist you are, the stronger your brat is as well.
Yes.
And your brat will fall into this pattern. There's perfectionism, then we move to procrastination, and then we move to paralysis. Okay? So you want to talk to your brat the same way you talk to your critic. Thank you, Agnes. I know you don't feel like doing that right now, but there's consequences if we don't do this right now. So I promise, we'll talk about this later, but right now, balance-centered me is calling the shots. Okay? So you hold the hand of the brat and you sit them down, usually behind you in the car. Okay? How many of you have a brat?
Yeah.
So you do not throw the brat out of the window.
Okay.
You do not throw your critic out of the window. They are parts of you that helped you survive. Many abused children develop stronger brats and stronger critics in an effort to survive. If they didn't have those two voices, they would be dead. So we want to thank our critic, we want to thank our brat for keeping us alive. Okay? So the brat holds the hand of the critic, you hold both of their hands, you soothe them, and here's the reason why you don't want to get rid of your brat. Your brat is your source of fun.
Yep.
right? So the upside to the brat is the one that wants to go dancing, wants to flirt, wants to do fun things, okay? So you want that. You want that in your life. It's just the negative push that we want to sort of calm down. Another cast of characters is the sad one. Abused kids have a very strong sad one. The sad one is the one that never was allowed to cry, that was never allowed to say, I'm sorry, I'm hurt, was never allowed to express the sadness. So I work with a lot of midlife crisis, or I call them midlife opportunity executives, who for their whole lives have been very successful because they shove their sad one to the side and they don't let them express until midlife, and all of a sudden the sad one starts leaking gas. If you think about the garbage and you pressure down the garbage, what happens to the garbage? It turns into liquid. You press the garbage down even more, it turns into gas. So you're walking around, you're leaking gas. You don't smell it, but everybody else smells it. Okay, so you need to take care of your gas, and you take care of your gas the same way by saying, sweetheart, and my sad one's called Sarah. What's interesting is my younger daughter is named Sarah, and she is very sensitive, and it was not my idea to name her that. But the sad one has to be okay. You have to say, it's okay. We're going to go take a bubble bath. We're going to go watch a sad movie, and you're going to be able to cry. And all of us should be crying at least once a week. If you're not crying once a week, you are building up toxins in your body, because shift happens in life. Circumstances that hurt happen in life. If you keep saying, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. How are you doing? I'm fine. Okay? I'm not angry. Fine stands for effed up, irrational, neurotic, and emotional. So we want to be able to allow the sad one to feel the sadness. Cry, express, it's okay. Just not in a meeting. Right? The last one is Penelope, the people pleaser. How many of you are codependent? I'm codependent. So what does codependent mean? Melanie Beattie has a great book called Codependent No More. She was on my show a couple times. She's a friend of mine. And codependent means I'm not happy unless you're happy. So I do everything to try to make you happy. And if you're not happy, then I'm not happy. The problem is you have no control over their happiness. And a codependent will always pick the hardest person in the room to try to make happy. That's just what we do, right? I call it going to the tractor for milk. Tractors will give milk. But you keep going there to try to fix and make them love you. So I told you about my mom. Guess who I picked to marry?
The tractor.
A tractor. John Deere. He was incapable of giving me love. So I got busted because I was complaining that he was emotionally unavailable. And so my friend said, so when did you know he was emotionally unavailable? Before or after you married him? I said, oh, way before. And she goes, well then who's really emotionally unavailable? So I picked someone that I knew was not going to be able to give me love. And for those of you who think they're going through a bad divorce and they will never recover, I again will tell you that I paid $465,000 in a settlement and then paid full child support, and I have the kids full time. Am I angry? Hell no. Have I worked on forgiveness? Absolutely. Why? Does he deserve it? No. I do.
I deserve it, yes.
I deserve to not walk around bitter and angry.
Absolutely.
I have a great life. This is the 10th year, and I'm finally paying the last $30,000 off. And I've had a great life.
And I was was at your wedding.
And a frog was at my wedding. And she knew, but nobody could tell her. So anyways, another story. So, where was I going with that? The tractor. Yes. So Penelope, the people pleaser, is for those of us who are codependent to stop trying to get milk from each other. Yes? So, raise your right hand. I will discontinue getting love from those who cannot give it to me. I let those who deserve to be killed. Not kidding. I will let those who have done wrong bump into themselves, and I don't have to help. Okay? The universe will take care of it. Yes? Okay. Yay? Okay. Give yourself a shake. That should make you feel lighter right there. That should totally make you feel lighter right there. Okay. How much time do I have? Oh, shit.
Till 8 o'clock,
So later. I love you. Okay. So we did fear, we did perfectionism. Read that. Harrison, everybody see that?
Yeah.
Is she right?
No.
No. Why?
Because it says once in a lifetime, bird in the hand, comparison the spring. Bird in the comparison
Once in a lifetime. Bird parents in the spring. Bird in the hand. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So in being the best that we can be, we have to acknowledge that we don't always know. And perfectionist is very difficult because, especially if any of you have taken Myers-Briggs, if you're high in J, you want to know. You want to know the answer. Is it black, white, good, bad? What category does it go in? So in being the best that you can be, people ask me all the time, I get criticized and I don't know whether to listen to the criticism or not. Right? Because some people are just cruel. When I interviewed John Travolta, he said, I asked him, how do you stay in your center? He said, I don't listen to hurtful criticism. That was his history. So, but we can't be also unaffected by feedback, right? So I use this to say, sometimes we don't know. If you get told 3 times by 3 different people that there's something that you should change, thank them for giving you feedback on how you can be more effective with other people. That's all feedback is. Okay? They're just telling you, if you want to connect with me, please don't interrupt me. Please don't always talk. Please be on time. They're just giving you feedback on how to better connect with them. Okay?
Running out of time, so I'm going to go.
Right to this one. You remember this one from psychology?
Yes. Yep.
How many see an old woman? How many see a young woman? A boy. You see it? Okay. How many see both? Okay, most of them. Okay. So just for sake of time, the young woman is looking into, right? That's her eyelash. This is her chin. Sorry. Yeah. This is her chin. Okay. And then the old woman goes and looks this way, and this is her nose. A bigger face. You see it? Okay. If you don't see it, you can stay later and I'll show it to you. Or you can go to my session tomorrow.
I'm doing a session at 11 a.m. tomorrow on all aboard the Entrepreneurship. So if any of you are entrepreneurs, I'm doing that presentation at 11 tomorrow. So the reason why I use this is because it's very difficult to be the best that you can be if you continue to tell people that they're wrong. If you can be the person who says, they're seeing the old woman and I'm seeing the young woman, same data, right? Exactly the same data, two completely different realities. That is the best that you can be. If you can capture the diversity of thoughts and belief systems and be okay with that is completely different things. Does that make sense? Okay.
मैम आई थिंक ये वाली लड़कन करवा दो सही आएगा पोस्टर ये वाली जो लाइट जल रही है ना ऊपर वाली ये आई थिंक बंदा
What is your unique gift, talent, and ability? Every single person on the planet, 7.3 billion people, have a unique talent, gift, and ability. Everybody stand up for a second. I'm going to teach you a form from balanced Tai Chi Gong. Okay, so okay, breathe in and release. Good. One more time. And release. Good. Now we're going to turn to the right. Or whichever way you want to do it. And I want you to bend down. You're going to cross your hands and move all the way up. Breathe in. All the way up. Hold the breath. Pivot to the left. And release halfway down. Good. And then return. Bend down. Cross your arms. Breathe in. All the way up. Hold the breath. And release. This is the butterfly form. This is the form we use to correct the lies that somehow we're not beautiful enough, that there's something wrong with us. But we recognize that every butterfly is different. Every butterfly has unique patterns, colors. And that's how we are. That's how every single one of us is. There's nothing wrong with you. There's everything beautiful about you. And I want you to leave this room knowing that you have unique talents, gifts, and abilities. This is the opposite form of lifting. And that's who you are. And back to center. Beautiful. Take the hand. Bring it to heart chakra. Xie. Thank you so much for coming to my session. And hopefully you've gotten something that you can take with you. Please come and get one of my cards for free. If you want your own pack, they're $10. Or my Tai Chi DVD. All proceeds go to my peace work around the planet. So China, Brazil, Peru, Africa. This year is India. Tomorrow I get to go teach at an NGO literacy India school. So all the proceeds from my balanced products go to that. So feel free to take a piece of myself with you. 7:30 in the morning by the pool, right? Balanced Tai Chi Gong. Tomorrow at 11, Entrepreneurship. I love you all. Xie. Love you too. Tune into my show. And go like me on Facebook. Dr. Marissa, yeah, give me the finger. I mean the thumb up. I have an app called the 21 Day Fast. It's only 99 cents. Go to the app store, put in Dr. Marissa. 21 days, no complaining. Okay? All right. Yeah.
The clubbing sessions. They were not rotated sessions. Yeah, they came from CM for 3 years. And that there was one lady who was there, who was a speaker who was this group. Yeah.
When is it?
They clubbed in Thursday and they were two varieties. She was speaking on May. And the other one was speaking on Agda.
This is, I think it's just, I think stay tuned because they're putting together.
So like,
And then they're changing. But I do like, I'm building a company around this like huge collection of videos that I'm making printing.
कब है 6 बजे
This is done.
पता भी चलता है यहाँ पे कुछ होता है वहाँ पे कुछ होता है
Group photo. Group picture, please kindly come here. Dr. Marissa.
Let's take a picture.
US dollars. Right, US dollars.
You're awesome. Thank you. Yes. Where's
Yes, look at it.
I just did. I did. I don't like you. Like the don't get me. You can't say like this. Ouch! Okay. Come sit down. Bend down. I think the shotgun ones get it up ahead. The smaller ones go back.
Yeah, look at it. Look at this camera. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody do a peace sign because I sign out of the show peace in and peace out. Okay. So peace sign. Don't do it in front of somebody's head.
One second.
Eyes closed, eyes open, open. Eyes open,
Okay,
eyes open.
iPhone, please. No, not that one. That one.
Yeah, look at the camera.
Yeah, that one. Thank you.
She smile.
Ready? Last one.
Smile. Cheese, cheese.
Paneer.
Go.
Okay.
One more. Oh, so do a video, piece in and piece out. Hey, back here. One more. Sorry. We're going to do piece in and piece out. Ready? Wait. Ready? Show it again. Ready? Okay. Is it on video? You tell us where to go. Video. Ready? Ready? Go. Piece in and piece out. Piece in and piece out.
Yes. What session is that? I think it's 6:12.
मैं जा रही हूँ तो बोलो मैं तो खा रही हूँ बाबा रामदेव बारे में तो जाती हूँ
बाबा रामदेव
पैट्रिक है शक्ल तो देख लो है
देख लो देखा नहीं है
टीवी में देखा सच्ची में थोड़ा देखा है
ये अच्छा
टीवी में तो टीवी में देखा उनको बोले संभाल लेंगे हो गए वैसे
One from the past. If you want to buy your own pack, it's only $10. What time is Wow. And also looks quite perfect.
मैं कमरा यहीं छोड़ता हूँ अभी ठीक है ना वो ऊपर होके आ रहा हूँ चाय वाय हम ज़्यादा टेक्निकल को ऊपर हो गया ना 5 मिनट आ गए
5 मिनट रुक कर घुस जाओ ना फिर आराम से आ सकते हो टेंशन नहीं होगा
मुझे पता है एक्चुअली मेरे पास कार्ड नहीं है एक्चुअली मेरे पास कार्ड नहीं है वो कार्ड के लिए जाना
What are these bags?
We are safe for life of women and not safe These are black. These are families. Yes. These are they are washable, beautiful.
That means that
Yeah.
Very good to know. Yes. Good seeing you.
Good meeting you.
We'll see, you're still around.
Only next year, should get electronic women of the decade or whatever. This year it's or whatever. Next year it's electronic women. So it was very important that you be born because I'm not very creative. We are very close. Always the one when I went to office, what are you going to make? We're going to Delhi. And I did go to Delhi last week. So this is so good for my let's do this. The client so much. Details, the website, the
But at least this has the contact.
Yeah. Does you live in all this theory? Yes.
But do it also on the hub. You did this on
How do you discover this? तो ऊपर होगा. हाउ डू वी नो? हम क्यों मैं तो मेरे को किस आईडी के अलावा कुछ पता नहीं है, तो मैं आईडी बोला.
No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm giving communication. Oh, yes. Nobody can show us. 1:30.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah. So
Did I have
in this room? You don't. Well, the changes. What did they change?
They're there. So
They changed. No, actually, what happened?
They tried to combine.
And there was another.
For example,
Wait, tomorrow, what do you have?
you know, so that I was with this group, but because of my it's not experience. Yeah. So
You are having each
he talks to me in Hebrew, and I also
I cannot share this.
Definitely, you say no, but you have, when are you going to go to
as
Berlin?
long as he remembers to
What?
answer in Hebrew
Oh,
and
tomorrow
not in
you go.
English.
Friday.
So one more session in that.
Tomorrow I speak at 11 on entrepreneurship.
Oh, wait, I speak entrepreneurship.
Okay, so 11. And then 1 o'clock I get the award for Bernie. And then I leave at 1:30 to go teach at an NGO school. Don't worry, I okay. She's taking me shopping.
Okay.
But anyway, so after the NGO school, we're shopping, and then I come back tomorrow night. So probably like 6 or 7.
So let me keep the bill tomorrow. Okay. Because Thursday night, so tonight I'm going to that. Thursday night, we're going to the show. You won't be at the show.
Well, unless, but you have to know, right? Because I'm going, I'm doing a workshop at MasterCard. I'm doing a workshop at MasterCard, and then after the workshop, I'm doing a sitting session with the. So good. Okay, parts are hard.
And this one, come tomorrow. 8:30 in the morning. 8:30, you know.
I'm so excited.
Wait, you're going to be tomorrow? Okay, I'm 7, I'm at 10. Yeah, and this is entrepreneurship.
I'll just do it. Right, my face.
Okay. So I'm scheduled for 10. I hope I haven't changed because they made some changes.
I've done tuning. It's really cool. Thank you so
You
much.
still have your big cards, Marissa, or not? You still have your big cards or not anymore?
Yeah.
So, okay. So tomorrow, so you come, so Thursday you say you have a
Well, Thursday, I'm doing the coaching session with the MasterCard private after the workshop. So she's supposed to email me.
You are amazing. How you manage to plan all this?
Did you see this? 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock?
5. Out of 11. But it can change. I'm so glad that I came down. Someone told me the vertical down is 9, it's a 9. And I said,
That's what you can see finally if they change my room number. I think they will see 10 tomorrow morning. And I don't want to, but no, they can check them. Whatever you can. Oh, okay. Now they have a computer, but last year they actually had somebody operating the computer. This year, if you're going to be there,
I can operate. Yes, perfect.
I'm
the laptop support.
Oh, so please come to my session before I can do it. Because I had another, you know that I had a session yesterday that the lead speaker didn't show up? The digital divide. Oh, the lead speaker got this, so luckily, I had some slides in the icon. Luckily, so I took the lead and I had another person with me. And I took the lead and luckily I prepared some things over because I was sure I had 5 minutes with it.
What happened?
Nobody else. You just never showed up. Nobody else.
So many people didn't show up.
So, really? So please come to my room tomorrow.
Was this one of the biggest shows?
This was one of the biggest last year. Last year we had But this was I know from last year.
I'm competitive.
Marissa, I tell you, I know from last year, the room that was filled, we had an Israeli woman, she does about styling. She works about, the proportion, she did a TEDx show, and she came here and she had a crowd like you, and she's the only one who had a crowd like you. Different, you're more, but what I'm saying is that she had, so you definitely one of the clothes, in this room, for sure.
I thought I left it in the room.
Okay, so I see you tomorrow morning and then.
As a what?
Working in the I'm trying to manage it by making it more certain. I'm working in here. On textiles. Textile is what I'm making it globally. But doing a holistic change with the revenues.
Cool.
That's great. That's why
Yes, so I'll see you at 11.
Yeah, and I'll see also, entrepreneurship. I'm this entrepreneur, talking about a little bit about this. So, okay, so you say Thursday?
So Thursday, I don't know when I'm coming back. What time are you guys leaving?
Only after 4 to 6. But what do you do in the morning? Do you go in the morning and you late, I can eat anything for now. I haven't had anything. I had coffee. That's it. But we're going out for dinner now. I didn't have not breakfast, not lunch, nothing. To the ambassador, the Israeli ambassador. Always really good.
I'm not this way.
Yeah. I don't know for you before they speak. But still, it's a nice kind of
Is there dinner for us?
There's dinner, lunch, and breakfast. Except for the day that you leave. That's not. Yes.
the day that we leave.
No, except Saturday. Saturday, the only day. Because Saturday is the last day.
They're having it after lunch.
No, lunch also? Oh, okay. So Thursday you say you're, I'm not going to see you, but for lunch, for breakfast?
Thursday,
For breakfast? When are you leaving?
do I have to do anything Thursday morning? No. Yes, let's have breakfast.
Thursday
we have breakfast. Okay.
So
I don't leave until.
So you tomorrow you're going to be to the playground? Because you're going to be shopping today. To the mall, like
No, where I can usually eat.
Oh.
Because what we are doing, never eating the food, you know.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Robertal has a selection of the European and the.
Yeah,
But meat is like, they give you the choices are better. Then,
Yeah, that's what they said. I like the. I don't know.